Hi friends, I made a makeshift tripod in our hotel room out of an ice bucket and you're balancing on the side of a couch. So like here's to hoping I'm not gonna like make any sudden movements. Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. In case you didn't watch my previous video and you're like, where the heck are you? What is happening? I am currently on our baby moon. Jeff and I went away. We're in Miami Beach and we're so excited to just like get a few days away from the routine and like the hustle and bustle of parenthood and work life and stuff. It's been so nice, and we realized too that we haven't been on a vacation, just the two of us, since like before Hugo was born. Like he's been away for work, I've been away, like last year I went to Disney, but like we haven't been away together without the kids. And so we were like this, now or never, right? Like before we have a third baby, before we move, like now's the time. I thought it would be really fun. I asked on my Instagram like months ago, when was this? In February, early February, I asked you guys if you had any baby girl name suggestions. And I meant to film this video like weeks and weeks and weeks ago, just like never got around to it, never had the time. Now I have the time, and so I thought I would go through some of these names. This might also be fun if you are looking for baby girl name suggestions. Some of these are so great. Some of the names you suggested, so the only parameters I gave were that it needed to sound good with it needed to fit the vibe with Hugo and Theodore. I don't know if I specifically said like also needs to fit well with our last name, but I feel like that's like implicitly implied. I feel like that's implied. I also said we are gravitating more toward, and this still rings true, we're gravitating more toward like vintage classic names. So nothing too out there. I mean, there are definitely some names, and I'll have to share like my baby girl list, or like baby girl names that I love but won't be using at a later date, because there are like trendier, more Gen Z names that I do genuinely like. But for this video specifically, I asked for like, just give me suggestions, like what you think fits our vibe, because I feel like so many of you know us pretty well, like know the vibe we're going for. Vintage, classic, nothing too out there, but like also if you like a little quirky, you know, like I feel like Hugo and Theodore, Hugo's name is like a little quirky and a little different, but not like super out there, and Theodore's name is super classic. So sort of like a mashup of those two things if possible. So let's jump into it. Some of the names I am gonna keep off of this video because some are names that we are like really considering and I don't want to give those away just yet. Okay, so the first name I'm going to mention is the name Aria. Love the name Aria. Definitely thinks it fits the vibe. I love this, both spellings, A-R-Y-A or A-R-I-A. Super cute. This one is the name Marin. Okay, so here's the deal with M names. I love most M names. I think Marin is really cute. I love a lot of French M girl names, but we just like, there's something about when we then pair it with our last name that we don't feel like vibes well. Suggestions were Hazel, Caroline, Audrey, or Olivia. So I've been like loving Olivia a lot lately, which is really interesting because I think it's like the #1 girl name like almost everywhere. But I don't know, like lately I've been like, oh, that is really pretty, that is really sweet. I do love the name Caroline, Carolyn. I think like in terms of like vintage and classic, that definitely like checks both of those. Okay, Josephine or Josie. I love Josephine. I think it's so cute. It's one of those where like if we had like 4 or 5 girls, I could definitely see Josephine being one of them, because I think the nickname Josie and Jojo are so cute. But there are just other names, like there's just other names that like we like a little bit more. So I don't think Josephine's gonna make the cut, but I think if you're looking for a vintage classic name that also has like very wearable, very modern nicknames, then Josephine is like the cutest friggin' name. Next name, Dorothy. I think I had an Aunt Dorothy. Cute, very like, again, vintage. I love the nickname Dottie. I love that like these cute vintage old school nicknames are like coming back and like very popular. Grace, Adelina, and Ava. Adelina is so pretty. we didn't consider Adelina, which is funny because it definitely like checks off some boxes. Do love the name Grace. I think Grace is so cute. Maeve was our number one if we had another girl. Maeve is really pretty. Next name suggestions, Cecily or Celia or Felicity. I've always loved those names but can never get the husband on board. Felicity is super cute. Really like Felicity. Cecily, cute, but I know that my husband would only be able to think of Cecily Strong from SNL. So I don't know if he would like be down for that. Next suggestion was Evelyn or Tilly. So cute. Josie, Riley, Providence, Rory, Lorelai, Quinn, and Delilah. I watch so many baby videos, like baby name people on YouTube, and I feel like Delilah is so popular right now. It's like one that gets recommended a lot. Lorelai, so cute. Actually, like there's a little girl who Hugo knows whose name is Lorelai, and it's so adorable. Providence, I've never heard of that as a girl name, and that's so cute. Providence. Yeah, I think of Providence, Rhode Island, but like I've never been. Maybe it's like, I don't know, like I've heard people love Providence, Rhode Island. Elizabeth or Ellie, so cute. Love Elizabeth. It's my mother-in-law's name, and I think we are gonna steer clear of using like immediate family names, but adorable. Penelope's a really cute one, and here's the thing, like right before we came on our baby moon, our boys started saying Penelope a lot because they were watching Dino Dana or Dino Dan. I think it was Dino Dan, and like one of the little girls in that show is Penelope, and so both the boys started saying it like often and like pretending like, you be Penelope, we'll be Dan or whoever, and every time they would say it I'd be like, oh my gosh, like I actually like really love that name, and like every time you say it I think it's so cute and like adorable, and like it's growing on me. So yeah, Penelope's super cute. Vivian's really sweet. So Vivian's a name I actually mentioned to Jeff not too long ago because I was like, you know, it's French. Like we sort of like steer toward like very British or French names ish. I'll say ish because both Theodore is Greek and Hugo is Spanish, I want to say. So like we love French and British names, but like they aren't ultimately the names we end up going with. But Vivian is so cute. Jeff wasn't on board. We have Ivy, Alice, Betsy, Belle, or Daisy. Now these are so adorable. Oh my gosh, so cute. And all I'll say are that there's a few in there that like we are considering, so I don't want to give too much away. Another suggestion for Eleanor. Oh no, not another one. Eleanor is different from Evelyn. I always get those two names in my brain. Like in my brain they're very similar, Evelyn and Eleanor, and I always get them mixed up. Eleanor is super cute. Here's the thing, we are not going to be going with a name that would have Ellie as a nickname, and if you know me and like know our family, then you kind of know why. Because we had my darling cat Elsie, I think a few people actually suggested the name Elsie, but like without knowing, maybe I'm assuming without knowing that my cat was Elsie, and she was my first baby, and I had her for 13 years, and Jeff said we can't name our baby Elsie. Otherwise, you know, I would have jumped on that. But it just feels too weird. Like it feels too weird to have a daughter whose nickname would be Ellie when I called Elsie Ellie, and so I just want to like keep those things distinct and different. Juliet, very cute. I've always had Juliet on the list. Adriana, very sweet. Isla or Greta, cute. I don't think Jeff would be on board with Greta, but Isla is very sweet. My baby girl is Lilibet. Everyone loves it. I suggested Lilibet because I am a big like real fan lover. I'm actually, I don't know if you can see back there, I'm reading the Prince Harry book, Spare, right now on vacation, and I really love Lilibet. I think it's so unique. I also think like, oh, that would be like such a beautiful way of like paying tribute to my mother-in-law, whose name is Elizabeth, but then also her mom's name was Lillian, and so like what a fun way to like, but Jeff wasn't down. Jeff wasn't on board with it, but I think it's so beautiful and so cute, and like if there are not a million Lilibets in like a couple years, then like something's wrong with the world, because it's like the cutest best name. Savannah's very cute. Lucy, I love that name. I love Lucy. That is, I mean, I love Lucy. I love the show I Love Lucy. But also, yes, I think Lucy is so cute. Lucy, Lucille, so adorable. A couple more. Etta, Penelope, Piper, or Harper. Etta, very cute. Penelope, yes. Piper, cute. Harper, cute. Lilia, Calla, June, Lainey, or Della. Those are all really sweet. I like the L's in a lot of them. Very cute. Violet, adorable. Vivian, Sophia, Evelyn, Olivia, Victoria, very cute. I had a lot of people suggest Belle, and I think I would expect that, like, some suggestions, I think people didn't know that I was Belle with Disney, but then I think some people did, and that was like a cute way of paying homage to that. So adorable. Cora, Julia, Juliet, Love, and the last name we'll finish on is Georgia. Georgia is so cute. Georgia is really adorable, and is definitely on the list. So anyway, guys, those are the name suggestions. I love so many of them, and you know, the problem that Jeff and I are finding ourselves in is not that like we can't pick a name, or like not that there aren't names, we just like love too many names, and there are too many names that like we just love. So I think though there has been one name that has been sticking out more than the others. One person suggested it, so that was really exciting, seeing it like written out. Anytime I see it written out, I'm like, yeah, that's the name. I mean, that's it. We're not going to be making any final decisions until she's here, and we also are not going to be sharing until she's here, because like that's when we'll make the final choice, because there is another name, of course. There's another name that like is also in the running and that we really love. It's just that like they're sort of like neck and neck. One of them is like sort of a little, like we love a little bit more, and is, you know, I'm also a firm believer in like signs and like just like trying to like really open yourself up to letting God give you the sign of like what your baby's name is going to be, and we're getting a lot of signs that it's the first name. So anyway, we'll see. It's so exciting. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one.